Hey, good morning. This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. I am coming to you raw and as I am, because sometimes the spirit doesn't determine what you got on and whether or not you made up and your hair is done and all this. It doesn't care about that. When spirit hits and it says, I need you to say this right here, that is the time. I don't like doing videos. I'm not fond of it, but I know that people are watching and more so than listening. Now, maybe what I need to do is put an audio on here for you because a lot of times you're doing so much looking that you're not listening. I keep having this situation happen over and over and over again to me. And the thing of it is that I am listening to you and I am hearing what it is that you're saying. And what I'm noticing is that people use their voice to overpower whatever it is that they 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 use their voice as a hammer, or they use their voice as a um I don't know, a machete. They use their voice like a hammer or a machete. And you know how it is when you're banging with a hammer, you can't hear nothing. You can't hear anything when you're banging with a hammer. You cannot. When somebody is hammering stuff, they have to stop before you say something else. But some people are using their voice like a hammer, and other people are using their voice like one machete. And then they come in chopping and hacking and doing damage with their mouth, with their tongue. And we have to be mindful of this because the tongue is very powerful. In the tarot, the tongue is represented by the swords. It also represents the mind because what you think is usually what you say. So you're saying things and you're saying what it is that your mind is feeding your tongue. But first you have to check out what's going on in your mind. What's happening in your head? What's happening in your head? What are you going through? And what is your mind telling you, and who told your mind to tell you that? Because sometimes it's people telling you something that then you think, not you thinking on your own. Because if you think on your own, you would probably come up with some really creative, brilliant ideas and some ways to resolve some problems if you were really thinking in balance. But instead, the overthinking is created really from fear, because the fear wants to get you riled up and ramped up into some kind of situation, and really what it wants to do is untie your mind. But what it does is it ties it and knots 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 it, so that you will unravel it and take it apart and get the thing straight again, so that it can be useful to you. Whew. So um my work, my purpose, my intention, why it is that I'm here, why it is that I am moving forward in life at this point, because I'm not no spring chicken anymore. The reason why I do this is because there is an assignment. Everyone has an assignment. I have an assignment, you have an assignment. Everybody in the world has their assignment. You're not privy to that assignment. The assignment was given by God. So you're not privy to the assignment. You're not in control of somebody else's movements and how they do in the world. That's not your area. That is divine intelligence operating with inside of yourself, not artificial intelligence, divine intelligence. So for those of you who want to get tapped in right now, your divine intelligence is your commodity. Your divine intelligence is your commodity. Don't let it all lay waste to the machine. Whew, spirit talking today. I swear I need to put a scarf or something on this head, but They telling me they don't want me to worry about it today. Because somebody told me I look ridiculous. On the video, I look ridiculous. That's what I was told. I look ridiculous. How about that? How about somebody telling a child of God issued to speak to the masses about a specific thing that you tell them that they're ridiculous and that they look ridiculous? Imagine what's going to happen next. Imagine that God hears all and sees all. And also, you don't have to imagine this because this is in the Word. This is in the Word. What's in the Word is, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. When you go and you look at that verse and read further, you will see that this is a promise kept. It's a covenant between God and his anointed and God and his prophets that nobody can issue harm to any of them. A lot of times people say that as I don't know, an English professor could tell me which tense this is, but this is it's sort of like an admonition or a warning for other people, but really there is no warning. It's no need for the warning because it just is. See, when God puts something together, it just is. It's no it doesn't need your reasons. It doesn't need your reasons. It doesn't need your standards of operation. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't need that. God's order is the order. So it doesn't need your order. Your order falls underneath God's order. Whatever it is that you're doing, it has to fall underneath his order. So if you want divine order, then you ask for divine order, and divine order will present itself right in front of you, because God doesn't try to hide his divine order. It's not something that needs to sneak up on you. It's not something that he needs to wait to tell you, because he wants you to know the order so that you can be in order, so that you're not flipping out and losing your mind every day or every other day or once a week or whatever it is that you do. See, and that's all I got to say. That's all I have to say. That's all that it is. So it's about you being in order. It's about you checking yourself. It's about knowing where you are. It's about understanding what it is that he's telling you and understand who it is that is telling it to you. Because, see, the vision is but for a point in time. It's another verse. I don't know. It's another verse. In the book of Habakkuk, it says to write the vision down and make it plain upon the tables, that they will run that readeth it. But the vision is but for an appointed time, and in the end it will speak. And this is the part I love. And it will not lie. See, that's the thing. You write the vision and you wait. That's what God is telling you. You got a vision, write it down. And then you wait on him. Because though it tarry, it will not tarry. You're writing it so they, his assembly, will run that readeth it. And the vision is for an appointed time. It's for this. It's not forever and ever 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 ever ever. It's not for that. It's for an appointed time. But in the end, it will speak and it will not lie. See, that's the part you got to wait for the part that doesn't lie. You know what I mean? So there are those among you that know, that feel, that sense, that see, that hear, that discern, that see, can see beyond the physical realm. And to this day, it still scares people. It still scares people to death. They think you're going to put something on them because you can see. Because I can see you, that means I'm going, what? What am I going to stick pins in a doll? People are nuts, but this is what people do. So I understand why it is that they, fear it. But this is what, this is the kind of stuff that you have to contend with. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for that. Because I'm one of those that feel like I'm running and I feel weary. But he said, no, you wait. If you run it, stop and then wait. Just wait. Wait on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Don't get worked up. Just wait. So you're not wearing yourself out. You're renewing your strength. See, while God is working on your behalf, you're getting stronger. You're getting rested and recuperated. You're going to have your tea. Salute. Mm-hmm. Calm your nerves down. Lean back in the chair. Say to yourself, now, why am I worried about this, this, and the third? I don't need to be worried about this, that, and the third. All I need to do is just chill. Because God got me like that. Because he got me covered. I don't have to worry about that. I just have to listen to him. I don't have to listen to you. All I got to do is tune in to the Most High Father. Okay. Yeah, just chill. Don't worry about nothing. Just sit and put your hands up, honey, because everything is happening. Everything is being taken care of. Let everything be taken care of for you. Don't worry about everything. Don't worry about nada. Don't worry about anything. Let your mind be free. You know, look up. Look at the stars. Look at the moon. Look at the night sky when the sun is going down, and when it's gone down at a certain point, the sky gets very blue. It's very blue, almost like a Caribbean ocean. Blue. You're like, whoa, look at that. You want to know why? Because you ain't running. You like this. You waiting. You get to marvel at God's creation. How he got it so. Look at that beautiful sky. Look at how I got this so that when the sun come down at a certain way, it ain't even orange no more. Now it's blue. How I get to be blue like that? It's the sun. How I make it blue? Because I'm God. And you be like, yes, God, you the bomb. Show me something else. Because what you doing? Because you waiting. You waiting on the Lord. You're renewing your strength. You ain't running. You gonna run later, but you ain't gonna be weary. You gonna be walking later, but you ain't gonna faint. All because you in alignment with the Most High. You talking about alignment? Who you think you getting aligned with? If you want a true alignment, who you gonna be aligned with? It's easy. We make it hard. We made it hard. I have said years before, whatever it is that's going to fix humanity, it's got to be easy, because if it's too hard, we ain't going to get it. It's got to be something easy. It's easy. Just align yourself with the Most High. Say, okay, the Most, what is it you need me to do? I need you to wait on me. Give me a minute. I got you. And if you follow it, you'll realize he don't take long. He answers prayers very quickly when you're doing your part. Ah, Shay. I love y'all. I ain't got time to be worried about blacks, whites, coloreds, or otherwise. I really don't. Where's my other earring? It's around here somewhere. Oh, it's in my ear. I was just missing that one. Now I remember everything. I hope you all have a pleasant day.